Alright, video should we go now? Hey guys, okay, Racer here, and this will be basically the final season of the BMRN season runs here because this is the last year to get to chronologically in 2025. So this is my first kind of non-race video 2025. I actually had my first truck race come out yesterday, and during the last week of the year, going into the first few days of this year, I was finishing working on the BMRN runs here. So I did, of course, do season 8 through 9 like I promised, and the project was going to go until season number 10. Season number, I started off season 7 actually, I think earlier this year or into late last year before 2023. And yeah, basically what I did is that I just wanted like see a continuation of the BMRN kind of with the diecast racing stuff here, which possibly to where I could still do it after this season. I just know with the changes this year, be a lot harder to do it now with some of the changes I have made really in decisions for really my school stuff, which is good in the long run for me personally, so that way I can be up and not just be sitting back all the time and everything, I guess. But yeah, so this Xfinity series and the Cup series once again season 7 for the Xfinity series, kind of along this was kind of the Gen 4 series originally, and then the Cup series, which is in the second season for next gen. Why is my cat being dumb while I'm trying to record this video? Sorry guys, I'm just distracted by my orange cat in my room messing around. But yeah, so in the Xfinity series, this season would include a lot of new rookies. So, two drivers that were veterans last season, Trevor and Jalen Turner, were the only returning veterans. William Bounds ran part-time in some races. Brady Seed's the only really part-time driver to not win. I'll know that there, Eli Johnson as well. Yeah, because the Toyotas and the Fords finally had part-time cars in the 17, which had Braden, Jace, Caleb, and actually Kylie Markham running in the car in all the standalone events and the finale. And yeah, so the Xfinity Series did go how I expected to be, just a straight up blowout in the championship by Jalen Turner. She ended up winning 6 of the races here in this one. A big win in Atlanta. She was close to winning Atlanta multiple times. William did open up season with a win, by the way. Yeah, Jalen Turner ended up winning Atlanta, Montana, Little Rock. Then what are the other races? I can't get track of my cat. I need to get my cat out of my room. He's probably doing some dumb. IRP, Homestead, and then she won the finale to end off the season. And actually a few more first time winners. And if you saw the shootout race and drivers who I thought should have got their race their way in, not make it, well, guess what? If I was able to include these race wins into the shoot for the shootout, Keratin T and Megan Bell would have been in the shootout. They both were two of the first time winners in this here. Cameron Perkins gets the first win as well, of course. Kylie ended up winning on the Augusta road course. No surprise, she ended up getting her first win on a road course, honestly. Vinny Scholes, she ended up winning Talladega. Emma Bartlett, she was the last one really get of the bigger drivers in the points to get a first win late in the season. And then, yeah, of course, drivers and getting second wins are Jalen Turner winning late in the season. Nick Owens, a big win at Forsyth. He was just like Jalen in the 20 car in season prior in this one in the Xfinity series, struggled in qualifying a lot, so he wasn't really able to get the finishes he could have gotten, honestly, in the number 20. And that's just something big I noticed with the number 20 car, especially in the last season, of course, too, with this series. So anyway, the points here for the Xfinity series, these are your final standings for the 16 teams. And I will go ahead and note this too before I get to the Cup Series one. The 7 team outscored the champion in the Cup Series for season 10 by, I think, almost by 6 to 7 points. I think it was 5 points, actually. Yeah, now I remember the points total. Based on getting 6 wins, even with 3 less races. And the 7 car ran every race too, along with the 54. The 07, the other part-time teams here for the teams that Cup drivers didn't really run the other standalones because they did not have a driver, just like the 7 team did for those races. But yeah, the 7 team outscored the Cup Series champion. You'll see that in a little bit. But yeah, Jalen Turner easily won the championship, and this is actually the biggest margin of victory for the championship so far in all of the series I've done so far. This will also be bigger than the Cup Series one, by the way, by a lot too. But yeah, Emma Bartlett ended up being Rookie of the Year over Megan Bell, and then Keratin, Cameron Perkins, all were kind of in the right there in the top 5 with 2 wins. Nick Owens getting a big win. Him and Joshua were near each other in the points a lot in the season, but Nick pulled away with that win there late. Jet Turner ended up being top 10 among all the teams overall. And of course, Jet and Joshua as newer, younger drivers, I figured they would run more in the middle area and just kind of learning it out this season. I think if I do another season of this with the diecast racing without doing stop motion with them, I do think they will win some more races and definitely will probably have a great championship battle with like Emma, Megan, and Kierton. Jalen Turner definitely going to Cup. Trevor Stewart, he's not returning next year. He's one of the 4 drivers I have listed that would not return. Then of course Gracie, Ozzy, and Austin Caldwell, they'll all be in the series next year. They all were pretty abysmal in the season, I'll be honest. And I think among newcomers, though, for a 2025 run, of course, that would have Kylie running full time. I'm going to pull the newcomers list really fast for y'all, so that way I can get it real quick for you. Yeah, 2025, you have a Kylie, Grant Green, and Nia J. So really, 3 new drivers in this series here, and only losing 2 drivers. One to go into Cup, then the other one kind of running, just not running anymore. And then yeah, all your rookies would end up being veterans this time around, and it'll be interesting. It would be interesting to see what would happen. But anyway, with that, let's go to get to the BMR Season 10 for the Cup Series. So this, of course, would be a special season because it is the 10th season. I kind of did a little bit of a different schedule to kind of have some of the similar season number 1 stuff happen on the schedule for early on. And kind of having a bit of a hectic run to the finale, too, because you're like putting a lot of the tracks in the bottom, plugging them in wherever I could. So we start with the Rookie 500. This was actually a race that legit did kind of would have happened with the winner. Jace Turner getting the win and Latonya Gray being runner-up in this race. This was something that they kind of happened earlier last year when I did try doing a little bit of a BMR Season 8 run with not really a similar schedule, but I did have Jace winning that first race in that season originally. So I kept that there. Kay Summer, she was good at Atlanta last year, so I gave her that Atlanta win. As the defending champ, too, and I'll go say this as well, this was her only win on the season, by the way. Caleb Campbell. Caleb was actually kind of outside of contention a lot for the title this season. He was also almost had his worst career points finish of 6 in the season as well, but he was able to come up and get 5th at the end of this one. William Bounds, he had a pretty big season. Will, Jalen, and Jace all running as rookies, by the way, in the Cup Series in this one. William, a big season. Almost came away with the championship, by the way, too, in this one. He was definitely right there for the championship a lot of the season. Jalen Bounds, too, she was just rounded back. And that 5 car kind of choked a lot in qualifying, I'll be honest. Braden C got a win at his bread and butter track in Montana. And Braden actually had a good season, but wasn't really good enough to be a main contender for the title. Cheryl Simmons got a big win, and just like Megan and Kierton, if Cheryl ended up winning this race and I was able to count it for that shootout race, she would have been in the shootout, and that would have basically been the top 3 I thought would have happened in the shootout, too. And so definitely in 2003, giving them the shaft, and I could have still had them in the shootout if I was able to count these races. Just a little fun note there. Also, no first-time Cup Series winners, by the way, too, in this season, too. There was no first-time Cup winner. Actually, no, never mind. I'm wrong. There's a first-time Cup winner in the end. But, yeah, Latonya Gray gets first with 21. Latonya Gray was a road course merchant for her first 2 wins, and she won 2 more times late in the season. And she also had a really good season, and you'll see why here in a little bit. Cam Spinner, and again, 1-1 in Glenville, the 3 team, kind of RCR struggle in real life. They kind of struggled here in this season. Eli Johnson, guys, 1-1 at Talladega. Madison Yates got her final career win at North Wilkesboro. I think Martinsville in the Cup Series or year-long format would have still been her legit final win, but still a pretty big final short track win for Madison as well in the diecast race side of things, too. Milwaukee went to Jace Turner. Jace started heating it up for the championship at the end part of the season. Also, Jace Turner, with the win at Watkins Glen in the X Series, actually did hit 50 career wins, like I mentioned in the Truck Series race. And Jace did also end up passing Brett Campbell for 5th all-time overall in the diecast racing win, no, the overall CRL win list right now. And the diecast racing side, though, Jace is 5th as well. I'll actually give a little look for y'all at the end of this video for the diecast racing wins, as this was the last diecast racing season. But yeah, Jalen Bounds wins 1. Cale Campbell gets another Texas World win. Vinny Schultz wins Portland. And Latonya Gray gets the win at Homestead. Funny enough, Jalen and Latonya both won Homestead races. And they were actually runner-ups to Caleb in Homestead races last year. Actually, Jalen was just close in one, and Latonya was a legit runner-up in the X Series. But yeah, Jalen Bounds gets a big one. Darlington basically pulled a Larson 23 Darlington dominance run and won. Jason won swept Watkins Glen where he got his 50th overall win. And then Emma Bartlett actually got a win at Forsyth. So Emma was close winning a lot of the X races, and I think she was also runner-up at Talladega at Eli Johnson. So I figured, hey, why not? Because it was really just a lot of the dominant drivers winning in this one. Why not give Emma an upset Cup win in her first full-time race season? I mean, Emma definitely shown to be a really solid driver, so she does kind of deserve to get that first career win like that at Forsyth. And definitely really cool to see her be able to get it. William Bounds won at Denver. Denver made a debut on the schedule. I think we also forgot to mention Kylie Sagan won at Colorado. So yeah, we ran 2 new Colorado tracks in the last season. And in off season, with Bracy getting a big one at Marsville to try to make a run for the championship. The Jason and Latanya Gray, and you see Latanya Gray is the champion. So how did this happen? Well, first off, in the first part of the season, Jace, William were kind of the leaders in the points last season. I think William led most of the points in this early on this part season. Then was Latanya started winning. She got to the points lead for a while. Then William took the points lead. And then in the final 10 races, it was Latanya, Jace, and William going at it for the points lead. Jalen Bowles almost got up there. Caleb was trying to get up there, but couldn't get up there good enough. Bray to see too. And then, yeah, Bray got the third win there, and he ended up 16. Those top 6 drivers, they were the class of the field in this season. They were up there getting race wins, winning races. I would mention too with Cheryl Simmons in 14th, your kind of 12th in the points, but she was your lowest winner. She ended up having 2 poles early on in the season. I thought Cheryl was going to have a crazy generational run in that 42 car for a little while. Yeah, Matt season, her final season, gets 7th. Kate Summers ended up being second, 8th there at the end of this season. Benny Scholes get a top 10 run, and a can spinner too. Eli Johnson 11th. RFK, the only part-time team. The part-time teams did kind of struggle for the Cup Series in this one. Like I said, it was really just like that top 6 being the class of the field and everybody else realistically. And then, yeah, Carlson and Connor Jacklin, they were the ones kind of running like Corey LaJoy at Spire last year in this field. But yeah, Connor Jacklin will not be back in next season, along with Brett Cable being retired and Matt Caesar being retired as well. And yeah, that of course include Jalen Turner's new driver. So we once again lose 2 full-time drivers, but 3 full-time drivers, but gain 1. So still losing kind of roster spots in the Cup Series. But I mean, we'll see what happens if I do a 2025 run like I've been saying in this video. But how about Latanya Gray getting a championship? Just thinking about this for a little bit. In season 7, I decided to say, hey, you know what? It'd be fun for her to get that first career win at Glenville because I think it could have realistically happened. And I know Let's Turn Network saw that video later on and thought it was pretty funny too that her and Benny ended up winning races. Benny Scholes, of course, getting up there winning more races last year. Latanya as well, they kind of jumping being a championship contender. And, just like Kate Summers winning that season 9 Cup title in this series, it just felt kind of right having Latanya Gray win the championship at the end of the day. Just thinking about it, just like with Kate Summers, I was saying a lot last year for her and Kate. They started from the bottom back in 2018, full-time racing, back in the BMRN era. Now look at where they are. They are basically almost at the top, basically, in the league right now, just with getting championships and race wins. They're the kind of now top tier good running drivers. They could contend for titles, definitely contend for race wins. I could see one of them going for a second career title this year. William Bales, I'll say as well. He is definitely still looking for that second career championship, and I thought he was going to get it for a while in this one. Jace Turner, he's going to probably get a 5th title, be 3rd all time on the championship wins pretty soon. But yeah, he was also the Rookie of the Year for the Cup Series too. Because him, Will, and Jalen had a great battle for the Rookie of the Year, by the way. But yeah, so just really another kind of good little hear me out here. Latanya Gray winning this championship. And it was really fun that I'll say at the end of all this, being able to do all 6 of these seasons here, with starting off with this one here. Added to the field sizes were small for the start, but then they kind of grew back to being good in the final these last 2 seasons here. And I really enjoyed doing this, taking my time to do this here right before I had to go back to school for another semester. And 2025 having a lot of changes as well for me personally. So I really did enjoy getting to kind of just look back and look at kind of seeing how the BMRN can look different the last couple of years, and it was really cool just getting to do all this in general. So, like I promised, I figured to show the all-time wins a little bit for the diecast race here because I didn't really show any of it in the post I did for the overall wins. And I will actually, after this video, post the all-time race wins, and actually I'll get a picture made for all of the champions in the last year that won championship overall in the years. That way you can see how long it's been since their drivers won championships. Like Jay Coover, he's not won a championship in almost 5 years now. That's crazy thinking about it because he has the second most championships right now. But yeah, Caleb Campbell, most wins here. He's also eyeing 100 if I do come back and do one more series of this here for seasons. Jason Turner 5th, William Balance, they both really jumped up in the wins list here in this one. Brady C getting right there with Madison for top 10. Jalen Balance right behind them. And really just everybody else here. The win list here did increase to 107 different winners. Also, another note too, I think this win list still does have the most different winners because year-long format, that kind of went with just whoever won in the year-long area, and this one was all the diecast stuff from nearly 40 seasons of racing and 68 overall seasons. Yeah, Cale Campbell still being the most dominant driver, but I mean, this definitely helped show how good Jace is right now as a driver. Great to see other drivers like that too as well. That will definitely likely lead the league into the future. Like if Caleb ends up retiring fully after this year or maybe next year, and other things like that. Because Caleb is the longest senior driver. Then Eli Johnson right behind him. There's actually Cam Spinner, funny enough, after that. But anyway, that'll do it for this video today in this one. Congratulations to Latonya and Jalen Turner on getting championships. And, they were close to winning titles last year, so it was kind of like, why not go and let them get a championship right now? Because they could have won one last year, too, at the same time. But anyway, that's it for the video. Thanks for watching, like always. And like I said, I will get, more kind of the race stuff for the big race I want to do in 2003 up on this channel. And who knows, maybe some more. And I did run Marsville last night. I could run Willow Springs today or later tomorrow. I'll see what I want to do. But yeah, just going to kind of take the truck series a little slow. Don't want to do it too fast right now. But yeah, anyway, this is Kel Campbell with the Campbell Race League signing out, and I'll see y'all in the next one.